Can you use your 401k to invest in real estate? The short answer is yes, but you better know what you're doing. I'm going to show you how to absolutely explode your retirement account. But again, there's a lot of rules that apply to this, and unless you pay really close attention, it ain't going to work. So by the time I get done, I'll show you what is necessary to use your retirement money to invest in real estate and not have to pay any taxes, or I should say deferred taxes, depending on how you set that up. Everything's going to be revealed in this video. This is some of my most favorite content that I have out there. This can be a game changer. This can give you hope because you can take a very small amount of money in a retirement account and absolutely explode it if you do it correctly, because there's are rules and regulations out there. Now I'm going to start off very beginning. Number one, hit the like, subscribe, so we can continue to get this content out there. I just, the comments and everything, I love chatting with your people. I mean, it's like every day I sit down there and anyways, it's like I'm having a relationship with people. And then every once in a while I'll see you out there in the field, you'll say, you don't know me, but I did this. Do that. I love that. So keep that going. But let's talk about using your retirement for investment, your retirement money, your 401k specifically. Okay, let me tell you something. Very clearly, you have to get professional advice on this. I'm going to give you some above the trees. One of the things that's been driving me nuts in some of these reels that are out there and stuff like that, they're giving tax advice in 60-second snippets, but it's just like, yeah, that's kind of the way, but if somebody took that and ran with it, they're going to get in trouble. This could be exactly the same thing. Can you invest in real estate with your retirement account? 100% with your 401k, 100%. But there's a couple of things that you need to do. So let's just go back, okay? The ERISA code was written like in 1974, I do believe. The ERISA code is massive. It's all, the Labor Department is the one that handles all the rules around that, around the retirement. Now, this is my belief. If somebody really wanted to, if they, who's they? You know, they want us to succeed. If the government really wanted us to succeed, if a president was really behind this, I think they could stand there on Inauguration Day and make a speech and say everybody would have to take a 2-week class before you could get a job or go to university and learn about our retirement system in the United States. Thank you very much. Go to Camp David. I'm not going to do another thing for 4 years. That act alone would change this country financially. As I started teaching people about using your 401k to invest in real estate, it was really interesting what I ran into because there's a paradigm shift. You've been told you can't do this. You've been told that only rich people can do this. You've been told that you're not allowed or the administration is complicated. Well, if you've ever taken somebody to a professional football game or a college football game that's never seen football before, they're a little overwhelmed. I just had this experience 2 weeks ago where I took somebody to a championship game and somebody said, why, they don't even know the football. By the halftime, they were screaming and yelling because they knew the game. So if you don't know the game of retirement, then learn it because this is a game changer. Okay, so let's just set the stage a little bit. In order to invest in real estate with your retirement account, there are certain things that you have to have. It has to be self-administered, means you have to be the administrator and you have to be the trustee. In order to do that, you have to have some profit entity. And that would be, let's just use it simple for this argument. Let's say an LLC. I've got a business and that business is a car wash. We'll use that, okay? Let's say a car wash, but that company is making what? It's making money, okay? So there's two factors on that. I have this company, I'm making money, and I go, oh gosh, I would like to provide me, my employee, okay, with a retirement account. I go, oh yeah, that would be really good. Thank you, Mr. Employee. Oh, you're welcome. I love you very much. Okay, so they say, okay, so I set this thing up. So I go down and I set up my own 401k. Okay, and I am the administrator and I am the trustee. I do not have Pensco or any one of these third parties out there because administratively they can do it, but it makes it difficult to do real estate. You can, and I've done it before, but there's almost these barriers of entry in a way. Okay, so let's keep going with me. Now that I've got a 401k and I'm the only employee inside here, I've got to pay myself some W-2 money. That's W-2 money. Okay, so I've earned some money. And I go, oh, I would like to contribute money to our company's 401k. And I say, I want to contribute, I make enough money, and I want to put $18,000. So I make $18,000, I put it into my contribution to 401k. And then me as the company, I put my company owner hat, I go, I would like to contribute to your 401k because you've been a great employee. Oh, thank you very much. And they say, based on profits, I'm not going to get into the numbers. There's formulas for this. Based on the profit of the company, I say, I would like to contribute, let's just use for this argument, $20,000. So I contribute to $20,000. So I put 15, the company put 20,000, that's $35,000 in my retirement account. Oh my gosh, I've got money in my retirement account. I'm the administrator and I'm the trustee. Don't argue with me on these numbers. Let's just go with me. Let's say that I take that $35,000 and I buy a piece of property from a tax sale that's absolutely perfect. I don't want to get into rehab and all that. That's for other videos. I just want to give you the concept right now. So I buy this property for $35,000 and it's in my retirement account. So it's in the name of the retirement account. I go, oh my God, I got this property for $35,000. Now I'm going to start renting it out for $1,500 a month. Perfect. That's what you want to do. Now that property is earning income. And let's say that that property has a real market value of $150,000 just for this argument. So my value of my account, my retirement account is at $150,000, plus I'm getting $1,500 a month. It needs maintenance, it needs anything in there. All of that money comes in and out of that retirement account. But I'm not taking money out. I made an investment for the retirement account. This is that paradigm shift that I've got to do here, because in that example, it's just like a 401k company that bought a mutual fund. I bought the real estate in the name of the retirement account. So I didn't borrow money. I didn't do any of that. This is how you do it. Now, if I start selling this property, and it's okay to sell the property and the profits all got to stay inside there. Let's say I sell it for that $150,000. But if I start doing that over and over again and start flipping properties in my retirement account, Labor Department doesn't like that. That's now you're running a business in your retirement account. That's not the type of retirement account you have. There are retirement plans for that. I am not going to get into that. I actually will never get into that because it's too complicated. For you and me, all I'm sticking with is this 401k. But here's the kicker. If I've got that property, and let's say it's worth $150,000, another deal comes along and I want to buy it with my retirement money, but I have no cash because I've just got this asset that's worth $150,000. As long as I'm the administrator and the trustee, I can borrow money against that piece of property. Okay, I'm using it as the collateral, not borrowing money from my retirement account, borrowing from the bank. Using that as the collateral, I buy another piece of property. I buy that property and I put it into my retirement account. It now becomes an asset of the retirement account, and I just pay the bank, and all the profits go inside there, and there's tax deferral or tax-free, depending on whether it's a Roth or conventional, and I'm not going to get into that. This is how you can blow this up. And as you can see, it's kind of like putting a retirement on steroids, if you will, because I only had $35,000. I built it up to $150,000, and now I got two properties in there, and I still didn't put any more money. That second deal, I've got an infinite return on there because I borrowed the money from the bank, not the retirement account. Very important. Now, here's some questions. Yeah, but Sean, how do I live off this money? That's not the point. This is a retirement account. All I'm trying to do is blow that up as much as possible. So when I'm doing a deal, my decision is, should I be doing this in the retirement, or should I be doing this outside the retirement account to afford my lifestyle and have to pay taxes on this? Okay, so I want to make it very clear. As you get better and better at this, and as you're doing more, your decision becomes, is this a deal that I do in or out of the retirement? Do I need this money to support me and my family's lifestyle, or do I want this to build my wealth? Because that's the name of the game. I'm telling you how important this is. If you get this concept that I'm just talking about, it's a complete game changer. Let me explain why, okay? Because, I mean, again, you've been told you can't do this. If I can take my retirement account and increase that in value to 3, 4, 5, even $1 million over 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 years, imagine what that's going to do to your peace of mind knowing, wait, my job isn't the end all, it's a means to an end retirement account. Now I'm going to make some money over here, but really the name of the game is blowing that up. Okay, that's what it's all about. Look, there's so much information on this. I could go on for literally hours and teaching you how to monopolize and make some money. The great thing about it is I got a brand new video on this. Hit the link down below, higginsmethod.com. Get registered for that. I'll send it out to you. This is a free training on that. And we'll see you out there in the winner's circle. This is Saen Higgins saying good luck and God bless.